Long time no vlog, Albie. Yeah, vlogging slash sewing kind of video because I will be making my friend Janet a really big birthday surprise. So I'm gonna be making Janet that pink dress that I made myself with the deep V. Now, she was team keep it at a long length. She was like, no, I'm so sad, blah, blah, better that way, meow, meow, meow. And I was like, girl, on you, you definitely like the longer length because you are taller than me. And me being me, I was like, girl, I'll just fucking make you one for your birthday. And now if there's something about me, I love gift giving. I love surprises. And I'm that friend that it's like, well, you said that one thing like last year that you really wanted this thing, and so that's why I got it for you. Will she actually like it? I don't know. I'm sure she will, because every time I show the dress, it's like, oh, the dress that, you know, could have been long. Now, the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is what color. We're gonna figure that out later. I'm also gonna take the trip to the fabric market and buy a whole bunch of other little thingies that I need. I think some of my home decor stuff finally. Of course, it's snowing today too. It's been snowing so much these days, and it's just like, Before I leave, I obviously need to take out Albie. It is still snowing. But most importantly, I need to clean my apartment because I never leave my apartment looking totally messy because of this guy. So, time to clean.
Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed.
So I bought the fabric for my curtains. Girl, we're hoping that the color is okay. I looked at it. We are hoping and praying color is okay. Second thing, I bought the fabric for Janet's dress. And the thing that sucks is that one place was $10 cheaper, but I would have to come the next day. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to get it over and done with. So the place where I ended up getting it is actually $5 per yard. So it was $10 more, but at least I'm getting it all today.
Can't even control it. You know your lips are golden, baby, get me high.
Picked up the pink. Is she a little peachy? Maybe a little bit, but I like this color way better than that first one I picked up.
You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived.
Just like that. Here's my fabric. Now, some things to note of like, immediately the first thing I'm gonna do with making this dress is actually gonna make the skirt part of it, because last time, everything's a mess, girl, sorry. So no fault to the girl's pattern that I'm using, because you know, it's a free pattern. She was just working with what she had. She just used a big rectangle and just gathered it and then put it on the dress, but that is not the way you want this to actually lay on you. What you wanna do is a circle skirt template. But let's talk about the fabric that I got. Okay, so at first I was like, let's do like a nice bright color, but then I'm also thinking like, this is my friend Janet, where her color palette is New Mexico, essentially. That I think that's how we always think about New Mexico. Then my other option was trying to find like a nice blue, like a New Mexico blue, essentially. I have seen her in a light blue dress beforehand, but then I was like, is that gonna be really versatile for her? And obviously, if I'm gonna make this, I want her to freaking wear it. Okay, so I ended up on this terracotta color, not brown, and an orange, and I think this is gonna look really nice. And she also has a lot of pieces in this kind of color. Let's pray that I have enough fabric to make this skirt. I should probably wash my fabric, because I remember I always see something about like pre-wash your fabric, blah, 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 because it's gonna shrink, blah, 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 blah. Our fabric is washed now. I'll have to start tomorrow. Who here believes this is gonna dry before 7 p.m.? I do, I hope. So luckily, I made a video already making this, because I put everything together and I was like, oh, I don't know. Anyways, I went to go check out my video, and girl, wouldn't you know, the pattern is made for US letter, but in Korea we only have A4, so I printed it out 100% when I really should have done it at 97%, which is what I had said in the video placing the pattern together. I also stated in my video how you should do it so that you don't run into problems. So girl, all around I had to go and reprint this. I'm putting it all together. We're gonna cut it out. Luckily the fabric is dried, so we're gonna start. But again, the biggest thing is the skirt part, and my head has been like, how the hell did I do it the last time? It's done. I'm sorry, TLC. Alrighty, now let's cut this out. Okay, so here's my dress, and I remember when I was making this, like, granted this is a free pattern, but I would say if you're a beginner, don't attempt this or do it. Just really take your time. You're gonna be a lot of trial and error. When I did this, I did the whole panel and I saw that it was way too long for my body, so I definitely had to cut it. Now Janet's body, she I think is a shorter torso, longer legs kind of girl, so could this work? Possibly, but that's why I wanted her to try on this fucking dress. So many times I was like, try on this dress. And so my options are, I don't complete the dress and just do the bodice part and then do the skirt part, but don't attach anything. Present to her and be like, hey, I need you to try this on before I actually place anything. Or, I've made her wear my clothes beforehand and it's not like too big of a difference. So we're just gonna go by this. And if it's too short, like, you know, maybe a little bit too high, oh well, girl, I told you to try on the dress and you didn't. So you're gonna what? You're gonna take what I give you. All right, it is time to lay out this. Should I have steamed this? Should I have pressed this? Ah, you're gonna make me do that too? Fine. I'm just gonna do a lightly. Plot twist. Janet might be coming over. Which is good, because then I could try this on her. It works out, even though I wanted the finished thing to be a surprise, but I would be really happy to know that like it actually fits her, and this is still gonna be a surprise, because it's still gonna be a surprise of the fact that I'm making this for her, so. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I really hope that she does come. Okay, wait, we don't know if she's gonna come. She's waiting to see if her husband would pick her up if she comes to my house. And right now she's like, I don't know, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, wait, this now means I have 30 minutes to clean my house, and it currently looks like this. She's really messy. So, time lapse. Oh my God, so I've been doing vlogging this week.
Vlogging?
Yeah, I've been vlogging. What's this? So this was gonna be a surprise, but then I also was like, you know, it's kind of better that you're here, because this is the fabric to your pink dress.
My drop waist.
Your drop waist.
No.
But it's good because I saw how I did mine, and there were so many fit issues. So I'm like, it's better that you're.
Why am I getting a dress? Oh, you already had ice.
I already had it. Because I had told you that I would do a dress for your birthday.
I do love the color.
I'm so happy that you do. I was like, New Mexico color.
I love it. God, ready in time for summer.
You
It might
should.
have to be tea length, right?
So that's why I needed you here. I mean, I need you here to try on the dress. The dress
So
that
you
I
can
made.
compare it to...
So I can compare it, yeah. Because
Okay.
there's only 5 yards of this. Maybe I should have gone more. Depending on how long it's gonna be, I don't know if we're gonna get into like a tight spot in terms of the fabric. At first I was gonna get the bodice ready, but then I was like, no, I need to see how much fabric I need for this thing. I want you to try on the dress. I was like, as I was filming this, I was like, I told this bitch so many times, try on this dress. And you were like, no.
Wait, I did, didn't I?
No, you never did.
I feel like...
No, you didn't, girl. You never did.
Did I refuse because you were gonna cut it?
You refused because I was gonna cut it. You refused because I cut it. And so I was like...
I refused on principle.
Yeah, so... I forgot to cut all these pieces. I'm watching Sweet Magnolias. Where's she at? Spoilers. Spoilers. La 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 la. Looks cute. So the back on her is too big, right? So I know how my sister would say is like you have to take the measurement of how much it is big and then through all the panels you have to add in additionally, but I don't want to do that. So instead, I'm just gonna add to the back 2 pieces. I'm not a pattern designer or anything, but I'm just gonna like shiboo. So because I like to make things more difficult for myself, I just printed this mini skirt pattern that I saw on Etsy, and I was like, oh my god, I would love to make it out of this material. But I literally just realized that looking at the instructions, it said like, oh, best used with non-stretch fabric like cotton, linen, any polyester or heavy fabrics like denim, someone else. So I put the pattern together for the skirt just in case. I'm just gonna cut it out. We might use it, we might not, but here it is. I finally have all of my pieces cut out, so now it's finally time to assemble everything. And let's see how much we can get done in one episode of The Resident. We went a little over an episode, but both pieces are done. Now I am gonna definitely press both of these pieces and then put it together. And then we're gonna have the bodice done. The bodice done. Let's hope and pray that this actually fits my friend though. It took me 40 minutes just to sew up these, like hand stitch it. And now I'm gonna sew it down actually on my machine just to make sure that everything is secure. But we got the bodice, babies. I'm making the little loops that go in the back. Cut out 8 straps. I'm gonna fold them in together and place them on this. So I just finished the series finale of The Resident, and it didn't make me cry the same way like the series finale of New Amsterdam. Shoo, girl was crying. Anyways, it took a whole episode just to hand stitch this on. Before I cut it, I'm gonna actually sew it down. All right, good morning, everybody. So, bodice is done. We're gonna get to the skirt. So I'm gonna try to explain how I cut the skirt, even though this video isn't meant to be like tutorial wise, but looking back at my video that I did of this dress, there are some things that I could have clarified on, so that's why I'm going to do it. In order to do this skirt, you need to make a circle skirt. Essentially, you're gonna make a circle skirt, you're gonna cut out a little V pattern that you want for the bodice, and then you're gonna cut that out. That's all it is. The thing is, to get the circle skirt, I'm gonna try to explain this the best way I can. When I did it the first time, I made the circle skirt and I made a full circle skirt. The thing with that is that I put my actual waist measurement on it. So then when I went to go gather it, because you want it to be gathered, you can't because you don't have any fabric left because it's already at your waist. So what I did then, following the circle skirt calculator in terms of how to cut when your circle skirt pattern does not fit on a regular fabric width, they tell you to make 2 pieces and they tell you to half your waist measurement, because when you cut them out and you put it together, it's going to be your actual waist measurement. Instead, I left the waist measurement the same. So when those 2 pieces are together, now I have double the size of my waist and I'll be able to gather it. Could have done it so that I had like 3 times the actual waist measurement so I could really gather it, but because we don't have as much fabric, that's why I only opted for just 2 pieces. That makes sense. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm so sorry because I'm not the best person to explain, but I hope you get it. So again, to recap, I'm gonna try to recap this. If you also want to make a gathered circle skirt, you're gonna want to double your waist measurement, essentially. That's all it is. And if you run into the thing where your circle skirt pattern does not fit a regular fabric width, all the calculator's instructions, like they tell you how to piece your design, and instead of halving your waist measurement, just keep it the same. I really hope that makes sense. Anyways, so I have my 2 pieces here. Okay, cool. This is the center. I'm gonna attach all of these pieces together and I'm just gonna serge it as well, just so that that's already out of the way. Taking a photo of the settings I had beforehand. Good. And according to my little book, I should do this. I think that sucks. My nails, I can't move. Okay. Let's try it out. Okay, fixed it. I got a skirt. And he said to take the middle thread and then you can adjust. Has my life just gotten exponentially easier? Thank you, sir, for your tutorial. My space is crazy. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is find the center in this piece, because then I'll be able to line it up. Pick up. All right, so the reason why I was calling Janet is because I know that this back is gonna fit her a little bit big, but it really doesn't matter because we're gonna like tie this in. But the thing that I was wondering, even though we're gonna tighten this up, does she want this to be even smaller so that it like lays a little bit flatter on her? Because what's gonna happen is as this scrunches up, the back is gonna be like this, you know? So we're gonna actually put this on hold. What would be best is if she came to my house and we did like an actual try on. You know what I can do in the meantime? Baby hem. That's what I'm gonna do in the meantime. So at least basically everything is done. All the pieces are made and we just need to do that last final like doop doop. My duckbill scissors came. So these are, I think what they call applique scissors. From what I saw was that this would be really good to use when making a baby hem. Would anyone like to guess how long it's going to take me to cut this baby hem? I'm going to say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? This is going to take forever. I'm going to have breakfast because I still haven't eaten and it's 1 o'clock, so. Oh my God, I'm so worried because it's snatch game. Oh! It took me 35 minutes to just cut. Now I'm going to fold, press, sew it down, and then the baby hem will be done. And I'll just wait till my friend gets here sometime and I can finish this dress. So I just used Thrill and Stitch's Bodice block video to make this. So I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna see if I have any kind of like just extra whatever fabric to try this on. And maybe it works. I'm always crying. I watched A Good Doctor the final season and it was like, why is Sean acting like that to Miss Homegirl? He's so mean. Anyways, so I happened to find this piece of scrap fabric that just so happens to fit in these two pieces. So I'm gonna cut it out, I'm gonna sew it down, and we'll see if I have my perfect fit. Ah! You know what it's giving? Backstreet Boys, ouch! Backstreet Boys Black and Blue CD. Overall, I would say this fits great. This is a little bit big, but I mean, like, that's fine. The waist is like perfect. The armhole is great. Like, look at this. This fits perfectly. Oh my God. And I was able to put this over. I mean, granted, I struggled to put this over my boobs, but obviously, like, when I make something with this, I'll be able to make like a zipper or whatever. But Miss Thrills and Stitches, thank you so much for your YouTube tutorial, because now I got a bodice block. How exciting. Yeah, it's just like a little bit up top here, but then again, I'm working with some like really thick fabric, but I'm just so amazed with the arms and how this fits here. Whoa, cool. So I need you to try on. Yeah, neutral square games. There we go. Even more neutral square games. Square games. Square games. Okay, so there's the top part.
Oh, 1 out of 5 of 5 here. Maybe. Like a very 90s to dazzle. Like motorcycle games. The whole side.
Yeah. Take out them pants, girl.
Okay.
Let me stop filming. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay, we got service. Service donut. Oh, yeah.
Is it a donut?
Oh, what if it's an... Oh, we don't know. Yeah.
Another
It's a
donut!
donut!
One of these. They either gave us the same or they gave us the salty cream.
Oh, I think salty cream, no?
Because it's a little
'Cause it's-
different.
yeah.
That one looks yellow. This one looks white.
Ooh.
That one's something. That one's something.
Wow. Oh, motherfucker again! Why was it low? Bitches and hoes. A ver. We did this one last time and we like this one, right? Yes. There is no way that it literally have pierced your skin, girl.
It's like it really felt like a thing, like enough to be like just hanging out, like acupuncture, just like the surface.
What happened yesterday? What had happened yesterday, girl? So I did something that probably isn't okay, but girl, I did it anyways. On Janet, this back was like coming out the same way that my initial pink one did. And what I did for mine is I just created a dart in the front and it was able to lay flat. However, with Janet in the chest area, there was also like a lot of extra fabric. I did a medium for her and I think maybe I should have done like a small front and a medium back or something. But anyway, so there was additional fabric, so I was like, oh, let me add in a dart here. But because this whole thing is already constructed, it's really hard to be able to do that, right? So I did the really unprofessional thing of adding in one giant dart, like boom boom. Overall, it did what it needed to and it's laying on her much better now, so I'm happy about that. Now let's get on to the skirt part. When I did mine, I was working with the fabric I had already cut out. Now with this, I was like, oh, okay, let me think about that Sailor Moon cosplay video where what they did is that they pleated the whole skirt, then they created a template and then I just cut it out. So I was like, oh, I could just do that too. However, the difference with the pleated skirt, that's obviously like crisp in terms of the fabric and everything, so it's a lot easier to pin everything and cut it out. With this though, it's kind of different. It's a lot harder to actually pin down so that it stays down. Maybe I think if anything I might have to sew it down, but here I created the template of like where we need to go, but I can't see it here obviously, so I don't know what to do and it sucks because this is the final thing we gotta do, y'all. Overall, everything is almost done and I really want to give this to her. Also, I feel bad that she keeps coming to my place and you know, it's not done yet. Also very fortunate that she has been able to get to my place because I would have just finished this and then she would have tried it on and it wouldn't have been able to fit her. So this whole thing has also been a you know, a really big learning experience because I always make clothes obviously for myself and this was like creating a whole garment for someone, and you know, everyone's bodies are different. I am really proud of the work that I did. As I say, hindsight is always 20/20. I think with the skirt, what I should have done, I shouldn't have finished the hemline. That's where I got messed up. With the skirt, find the center, the sides, and the back, place it down, overlock the edges, and then put the placement where I need it to be with the V and everything. Then from there, I could have gathered it so the V is already in place, and then all I would have had to have done is just cut off the front part that is obviously like laying more forward, and then I just had to finish off the hemline. But I thought I was being proactive by finishing off the hemline. All right, I didn't film it because I didn't know what I was doing, but what I got a hole out. Sorry, I just stepped on something round with my knee, you know, my knee. So what I did was I pinned the gathers down using this template. I just like sewed it down. So what I'm gonna do now is seam rip this top part. Now that this is sewed down, I'm gonna, I guess, cut it and use it to place the V. Girl, I don't know what I'm doing. At the end of the day, this is a present. I'm not a factory. I'm not a machine. This is a handmade gift for a friend that I wanted to do. And again, every sewing session is a learning experience and I'm learning a lot with this one. I am going to cut this now. That's it. We have magically pinned everything together. We're gonna sew it down. I'm gonna flip it inside out and we're gonna see if this is okay. Remind yourself This is a present. You're not a factory. Imperfections are bound to happen because it's handmade, and you are not what? A professional. Woo! Now I just need her to come in and we're gonna just keep adjusting, making sure that we get it right. Wow, my first thing, like full, well, I've made a garment beforehand for someone, but that was like back when I was in university. But this is like my first one since such a long time ago, and I'm really proud. Wow, my first fully constructed garment for someone else, homies. Oh my god, this was actually kind of scary to take on, but I also was so confident at the same time. Blind confidence, maybe. Overall, she really loves it, and that made me so happy. I love it too. Also, I think I really upped the bar for my gift giving, so I don't know how smart that was. Oh, and here it is, quickly styled at my place. It was a little surreal to see the final product on her. I am super proud, and that is all for the video, homies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Well, happy birthday. It looks really good. Yay! Yay, I'll be here.